I think we're good. I think we're good. Every time we do this, it's like, have I said everything correctly? I think you can see me. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully you are all having a wonderful Saturday evening. Had a great week. Oh boy, here we go again with another one of these. Hi everybody. Hi Mr. Guy. Hi the Supreme Cat. Fennec, great to see ya. Raynok, Chance, Drugons. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight as we celebrate the imminent arrival at 30,000 subscribers. You can see right there that we are ever so close. We'll see if within the next couple of hours we can bump that up just a little bit and maybe hit 30,000. We'll see. But it's you'd have to hope it happens soon. The title's not going to be alive for much longer at the very least. So 30,000 is kind of like the Mario 3 of subscriber goals, I guess. I don't know why it's not Mario 30,000, but we'll just pretend that it is, which I guess makes Mario World the Mario of 40,000 subscribers, which we may or may never not get to someday. I think it's been a few years since 20,000. So we're working there. We're slowly working our way up. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But the point is, we're having fun. It's been so wonderful streaming and creating content with you all lately. So thank you so much for that. And appreciate you all stopping by. Hello, Fennec. Remember, we had a great day. Wyatt's Bunny. Thank you so much for stopping by. Christian, always a pleasure. Yes, this is the silly 30,000 subscriber stream, which again, we're not actually at 30,000 yet, but soon. I thought I was on this side, but no, it's not. The chat is up here. The subscribers are down there. The entertainment may or may not arrive at some point. We don't know. I mean, in terms of like the stream may or may not be any fun. So my thoughts for 30,000 subscriber stream is I picked out 30 completely random things from the collection that we're going to have a look at today. There was no real rhyme or reason to it. And there was not all that much thought put into it. So your mileage may vary with how interesting you find any of this. I did take some suggestions from the Discord server. So if you're not in there, please check it out. We do have a channel dedicated to discussion of this particular stream, where I'm also in future weeks going to do some game room reviews or your gaming setup. If you want me to judge, or rather, I mean review your game setup, your game collections, feel free to post a picture and we might have some fun seeing what you've been up to in the gaming sphere out there. But thanks everyone. Again, I hope you're having a great day. What have we got here? Tell me if the music's okay. Hopefully you've been able to hear me this whole time. The video. Do we got the close-up cam back, everybody? I guess the close-up cam a little bit blocked again by the subscribers. It's the moment of truth, everyone. Let's see if the close-up cam works. Ta-da! There it is. Hello. It's not frozen. I just need the table. You could kind of see it wobbling there. So we'll see. Hopefully it does not explode again. So do I have the one that I used last week? Basically, the camera that you're seeing right now, the like super HD camera, would you know if I told you it was supposed to be like super HD? This is plugged into my Elgato capture card. Oh, make sure this is closed. Plugged into my Elgato capture card, which we usually stream like HD games with. So that's like the super heavy duty thing. This camera is only plugged into one of these that you can get off Amazon for like $10 to $15. Because that was just the solution I found, like how to capture that through that. But maybe someday we'll upgrade from this and I'll have like two super heavy duty capture cards going at the same time. But we'll see. Hopefully without, overdoing it, it will last a little longer here. But hi again, Christian. Mas Luigi, audio and video is good. Time to look at cool things. Thank you. It is indeed. Let me just click on one of these guys here. But yeah, so Mario 3, this does not included in the 30 things. And again, the amount of thought and preparation that went into this, we'll see how it goes. The first thing I picked off the shelf is why the heck not? Let's look at Super Mario USA. This is what Japan got in place of Super Mario Bros. 2, which of course was kind of all based on the Japanese Famicom Disk System game Doki Doki Panic. So it's kind of like a really weird, like you go from this in Japan to this in North America to then having this in Japan again. Let's get a closer look at it, and this does not count as 3 things. I'm already breaking the rules about as quickly as I broke my 4-minute reviews. It was like 3 reviews in, it became 5, and then by the end it was like 15. But let's, hopefully without breaking the close-up cam, have a look at these guys just for fun. Do a little bit of that. All right, it's working. Maybe. We'll see. Thank you so much, The Dark Warrior. We're almost there. Good, it's still on screen. You can still see 2981. So anyone who may be stopping by, you can be a part of channel history. You can still see me pointing at things even though you can't actually see me. But you can be a part of 30,000 subscriber history by smashing that like and subscribe button there. And who knows? Miracles may happen in the next couple of hours here. Toki Literature Club says real. Not this time, maybe next time. Hello, I'm literally System of a Down. What's up? Hope you're having a great night. Thanks for stopping by. And you ever seen those in the box? All right, so again, let's get started here. So we got all these guys. And let's unbox Super Mario USA. What's the best way to go about this? I got my handy dandy box opener here. Gotta sometimes need a little bit of help getting that flap out. You see so many flaps. This one has it like a little bit. So I did not buy this new back in the day, but like, people kind of like grab in there, and unfortunately there's lots of creases kind of going on in that part of boxes. But this is like a really nice copy. It's a pink cartridge, which is pretty rad. And yeah, it's just interesting how, it started as not a Mario game, and then like they kind of, again, it's not just a graphic swap. We've talked before about some of the differences. Like you couldn't even run in Doki Doki Panic, but they added that in here. So it's not like them releasing Super Mario USA in Japan was just the same game with different graphics. Like there was obviously enough differences to still make you want to kind of buy this back in the day. But it's still very much like, what we're used to when it comes to Mario 2 here in the West. Pretty much like all that's changed is the title screen compared to our Mario 2. But like, again, there was reason to play this even in Japan if they had already experienced Doki Doki Panic. So I've always thought that's been pretty cool. And like, the Famicom cartridges are so colorful and like nice looking. I love collecting Famicom stuff. And then yeah, when it comes to the disc system game, we looked at Zelda a couple of weeks ago, but this is like the complete package. So it's in like a nice plastic case. You get your disc in there, you get an instruction manual, which is pretty cool. And then of course, the Mario 2 that we all know and love, that we ended up getting in the West, and that is thing number 1. Actually, if we're doing it in proper chronological order there, that's number 1. Super Mario 2 is just a ROM hack. Again, so, like, there's more to it than that, but I get what you're saying. I'm literally System of a Down with the US $199, thank you. I really appreciate it. Again, we're not at 30,000 yet, but we're praying for it. we're grinding hard here, and it's coming, but that really means a lot. Thank you so much. Did the notification ever come up for it on stream? Maybe, maybe not, but I see it, and I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, we got dry wet docks. You know it. So close-up cam, get out of here. All right, that was thing number 1. Let's move thing number 1 off to the side. It's a mess in here. You wouldn't know it based on this, or maybe you would, but everything's kind of all over the place. So let's, gotta make sure I get my list here. Yeah, so number two on the list is this guy. So right now, I've talked about it several times. I'm on my way through playing portable Zelda games. It was not something that I kind of planned to do, but just a few months ago, for whatever reason, I decided I'm going to replay A Link to the Past, and I'm going to do it on the Game Boy Advance. And that was kind of, how I started getting back into Zelda again. I beat that a little while ago, and then I moved on to Minish Cap, which I'm feeling like I'm probably almost at the end, which has been really fun. And then I decided, you know what? What the heck? Let's beat more Zelda games. So I've never beaten the DS ones. I got Phantom Hourglass back in the day, but it didn't click at the time. But I'm thinking, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do Spirit Tracks, and eventually we're gonna do A Link Between Worlds as well, which I've never beaten. But yeah, this is like a cool store standee for A Link Between Worlds. Nice and 3D, he's popping out there. I'm assuming he does that in the game. Everyone's told me that A Link Between Worlds is really good. And it's like, I'm kind of a fraud owning this, and I guess not having beaten it. So we're gonna be doing that again. RIP Golden Ship Parts is real. Well, you're in for a treat, Felix. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Like, it's funny because my favorite Zelda game is Wind Waker, and yet there's like all these portable Wind Waker adjacent Zelda games that I've never really played through. And again, just, you know, certain things click at certain times. So back in the day, I wasn't so into it. I think I beat like the first dungeon of Phantom Hourglass. So I gave it a try, and it just didn't seem to be my thing at the time. I think there's lots of touchscreen stuff, but I'm ready to move on from that. I'm ready to accept it, and hopefully it'll all be good. Best music chance, best music, yes. Don't have Mario USA, you gotta add that to the list, TRS Eric. Yeah, it's a really cool game. Really, really cool thing to kind of own. A neat piece of history there. You love the standee, Prof City, thank you. Yeah, it's a cool standee, for sure. We're gonna be looking at a few 3DS things today. Link Between Worlds is insanely good. Awesome, good to hear. If you like A Link to the Past, you love A Link Between Worlds. So that's part of the problem, is that I hadn't played A Link to the Past since I was like 10. So I was like, I feel like I kind of need to replay that before I play A Link Between Worlds. So now that I've finally replayed A Link to the Past and like have remembered all that and it's fresh in my mind, now I think it will be really cool to play A Link Between Worlds. But after, again, I finished Minish Cap and then Phantom Hourglass and then Spirit Tracks, and then, but like there's no rush. There's no rush to beat everything. Is Mario U worth playing today? We just played through the entirety of Luigi U, and that was pretty cool. Is Mario U worth playing? It really depends on like what you're looking for, I suppose. I would probably like, have you played the other new Super Mario Brothers games and now like you're wondering if you should also play U, or you're just like picking U out of all of them and like haven't touched the other ones? Because I would probably suggest the other ones before U, but like they're all pretty cool. They're all pretty fun. I really want to do a replay of the original DS one someday, but similarly, that's another one that I haven't beaten since like the 2000s. So that could be good. I have it on the Wii U, so I can play it on like the big screen, which is nice. Love that game, even if it is basic Drugons. So are you referring to A Link Between Worlds? It's funny because one of the criticisms I always heard of Minish Cap is that it's pretty short, and like I get that. It's really cool, but like I guess compared to the Oracle games, like I can definitely see like the world feels a lot smaller, which is like fitting considering Minish Cap and small, but like it's cool. It's a fun game for sure. Yeah, I played DSU and 2, Supreme Cat. You haven't played Wii yet. Yeah, Wii was cool. Wii is funny because like the selling point was Yoshi. I mean, not the selling point, like you'd buy it for reasons other than the fact that Yoshi was in it. But they make it like this big deal about Yoshi, and then he's in like 3 levels. So that was always kind of funny. The Gamer Comedian sub, thank you. We are at, again, I got it, I don't know why I think it's over here. 29983, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, the Gamer Comedian. Very, very kind to you. But yeah, that is number 2. Number 2 is me rambling about Zelda games and the fact that I'm playing them and enjoying them. And eventually, at the end of a very long road, I'll be playing this guy as well. Let me check the old list for what item number 3 is. Oh, number 3 is a good one. Since we're having a party here, you can't have a party without a cake. And I apologize, I did not prepare the 30,000 subscriber cake. But the next best thing that I have for you all, if you imagine that there is a cake, is from way back in the day, Pikachu edible cake toppers from like 1999. I don't want to know what would happen if you ate one of these, but let's get up close here, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. Like, these are like those decorative things that you put on top of your cake. Like icing decorations. You can kind of see what they are. One of his ears broke off, unfortunately. Somehow it did not survive like the 30 years that this has existed. But yeah, there you go. Icing decorations. Follow Pikachu to party fun. Look for other great Wilton Pokemon products. We got like an ingredients list. Oh yeah, here we go. Sugar, egg white solids, distilled vinegar, 1/10 of 1% sodium benzoate added as a preservative. Oh my gosh, my favorite part, yellow 5, red 40, red 3, blue 1, yellow 6, and natural mint flavors. So there you go, guys. Next time you're having a party, make sure to get your 30-year-old Pikachu cake toppers. Let's go. Eat it. We won't be making it to 40,000 if I eat that. 29,984, thank you so much, everyone. Do a ashes and eat some. 100%, that is old. The Cooking Mama, here we go, real. B3313 and Peach's Sandcake, says Chance. Yes, the one that you sink into. So yeah, that's funny. I thought that this was kind of funny. You get the Wilton's seal of quality down there. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, like I can imagine this would have been pretty cool to have on your cake. But today, probably deadly. So we're not going to be eating that, I don't think. But I thought it'd be funny to share that with you all. All right, let's see. Item number 4 is, okie dokie, let's put this back here. Item number 4 is a preview of what's to come. There's gonna be a few things tonight that like aren't, like, you know, we'll dive more into them in the future. But we're looking at the e-reader, everyone. It's still in the original package e-reader here, because we had a suggestion in the Discord again. If you're not in the Discord server, please consider checking it out, where I took suggestions on some of the things that we might look at today. And one of the suggestions was to look at your entire e-reader card collection. And that is a little bit much, I think, for a stream where we're looking at 30 different things. But I thought we would look at the e-reader at the very least. And not only that, you may not know it came included with Donkey Kong Jr. cards back in the day. Because yeah, I should also show you maybe. In Japan, it's weird where in North America, in a lot of cases, when we got cards, they were like the set already, like you just bought it and like it was the complete set. But in Japan, in a lot of cases, you were buying random packs that like you didn't know what came in them to try and collect like all of the Mario 4 Advance cards, or in this case, the Mega Man Battle Network 4 cards that we never even got. So e-reader worked a little bit differently in North America versus Japan. And we're definitely gonna talk more about e-reader in the future. Hi Anthony, hope you're having a great night. Thanks for stopping by. It's the e-reader, absolutely. Again, like really cool. This one says part of a bundle because there was the e-reader bundle that came with like a Game Boy Advance and all that shenanigans. Because they were just like really trying to get this into your hands, I suppose. We got this bundle right here, so you get like the GBA, you get the e-reader, and you get like, you know, some sets of cards and stuff with it as well to get you started. But you know, I guess they figure get you hooked on the e-reader, and then you'll, you know, go buy some more cards. This is a cool bundle though, and one that you'd see around back in the day. So that's why this is actually like in here, and you know, the Game Boy Advance is in there as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, thankfully the USA had complete sets. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been able to get them all. Well, that's the problem, is that we, you know, that's true. But then also we didn't end up getting them all because like we missed out on half the Mario 4 Advance 4 e-reader cards. Oh my gosh, CM, thank you so much. Appreciate that. There are like no notifications, and I don't know why, popping up on screen, or am I just missing them? But like there should be more audio. So, there's supposed to be like a sound when people subscribe, so it's not. I don't know. I mean, at least we got the chat on there today, where we didn't have that last week for who knows what reason. But we're working our way there, as you know, amateur as we are at times. We are now 16 away from 30,000. But thanks again, CM. At least I can see it down there. E-reader, the beginning of DLC content's kind of chance. No, it really is. But still, at least at the very end of the day, like you still get something like physical to own. Plus, you could like, you know, take it to your friend's house. I had that happen once where for Christmas, a friend got a Game Boy Advance and Mario Advance 4. And then he came over to my house like the next day, and I just swiped all my e-reader cards into his game. So, you know, they have a plus side compared to what's it called, the, you know, DLC, modern day DLC, I suppose. But yeah, e-reader thing number 4 out of 30. We got a long way to go still, but I hope you're enjoying. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Really appreciate it all as we're working our way towards 30K here. Move this guy out of the way as well. Might as well put this back into the couch before someone steps on it and it gets all crunched. And that takes us to item number 5. Let's see what the old list has to say about that. Number 5 is a treat for you all. It is an ordinary copy of Donkey Kong Country. Now I'm remembering that I forgot. You know what? Why not? If I leave the room, the microphone might disconnect, and then we'll have all heck breaking loose. So I better go grab the box copy off the shelf here instead. Okay. Let me take it out of the plastic here. Yeah, I hope you're all enjoying this. Again, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. So, number 5. I'm already forgetting how to count. If I can't count to 5, how am I ever going to count to 30,000? But here's Donkey Kong Country in the box. But this card here is not your average copy of Donkey Kong Country. Let's unbox this one and see if you guys can compare just what might be different between the two cards. I meant to grab my loose copy off the shelf, but before the stream, of all the things to forget, I guess that's not the worst one. But here you go, inside the box, you got your cart. You got all sorts of funky stuff in there. And let's get to the close-up cam and see if you guys can pinpoint just what's different between the two Donkey Kong Country cartridges. We got this one. We got this one. See if you can tell which one is the one that I just took out of the box. And then we got this one. I wonder what the difference between the two of them could ever be. You see subs on the screen. Yeah, we're at, oh, you do see the names? I just don't hear the sound though. I don't know why they're so quiet. I thought I had the volume adjusted in a way that we should all be hearing them all. Maybe I'm just yapping too loud. But do we see the difference between the two Donkey Kong Country cartridges? Maybe you can read what some of it says. Maybe not. The bottom one, Mr. Guy. I don't know. The not for resale copy, yes. So we're gonna see a couple things today that like were maybe not necessarily sold in stores, but you know, there's a lot of different carts out there that are the not for resale copies. Like there's like, you know, N64 had these, a whole bunch of different consoles had them. This is really the only one I own though. Fitting though, because it's a game I absolutely love. So yes, it's the, like this would have been in the display units and stuff. In stores for you to try back then, and then obviously, you know, we weren't supposed to resell it, but somehow they still find their ways into collectors' hands. And then this is, of course, you know, what the retail version looks like. The coolest part is the tops though, where like, obviously the released one, the sold one, says Donkey Kong Country, but the top says, not for resale, demo only. So if you're ever looking through like a bunch of games on the shelf, you'll be able to instantly tell if it's like the not for resale one. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it's exactly the same as the final one. It's not like there's any differences. This is like an earlier release or anything like that. It's the same as the original game, but still something cool. Again, as someone who's like not a not for resale collector, it's still neat, I think, to have like one that I really like in my collection. The difference is one of them isn't for resale, says YS Buddy. The bottom one is from the box and the plastic case is on the other one. Exactly, yeah, so this came out of the box here. Since I unboxed it anyway, I want to have a quick look at the Donkey Kong Country instruction manual. I want to have Cranky Kong like scold us the whole time. You're only reading this because you're bored. Oh man, they used to put so much silly effort into these things back in the day. Well, I've never seen so much rubbish. A good game shouldn't need any explanations. Is that true, guys? Is that how you feel about your video games as well? Donkey Kong. Guy's never going to be any more games after this. Diddy. Craziness. Bonus levels? Ha! Don't hold your breath looking for these. There are none. Is that true, guys? Do we ever find like no bonus games in Donkey Kong? Can't believe you're still reading this. What you need is a good thrashing. Well, there you go. There you go. Or a good trashing. Cranky's gonna throw us into the garbage can, guys. There you go, everyone. It's what you've all been waiting for. It's Winky and a bunch of other guys, but it's Winky first and foremost. But yeah, that's Donkey Kong Country. We were originally only really going to look at the not for resale version, and then before you know it, we're unboxing like 40 different things. So I hope that you all enjoyed that. Hope you've all been having a lot of fun tonight during the stream. Let me just quickly pack this all up. I'm gonna try and remain as like tidy as we can be throughout the stream, so it doesn't get too messy. We'll see. We'll see how I may or may not succeed in that regard. Winky says Christian, someday we'll do a Donkey Kong Country 3 randomizer. I just need to find out how. It's not as simple as like the first two, unfortunately. All right, before I wreck all the things, my priceless copy of DKC 7 in the box here. We'll go put these guys off to the side there. All right, 5 down, everybody. Count them. I think that's 5 things completely out of the way now. We got 25 more to go, and we've now hit 29,984 subscribers. So we're getting there. This is Celeste level 1. is the current song. Hopefully I did not miss like that message from 10 minutes ago. You were talking about a different song, but that is indeed the song that is playing right now. It's a pretty groovy song to start the game off there. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. The next one. Now, I did forget one part of the equation for this one, so excuse me for one moment here while I go over here and get something very important to be used as part of the next object. I'm over here in front of my television. I'm plugging my NES controller, which is a very important thing needed to demonstrate what we're about to look at. All right, that should do that. The NES controller that we just used to beat Yo Noid, everybody. How did everybody enjoy Yo Noid? Give it up for that Kozani Noid guy. Apparently he hates pizzas, but like he doesn't. Hopefully me bumping that did not just break everything. If you can't hear me now, let me know. 29,986, everybody. If Andrew makes it to 30K subs, he'll hit the yellow switch. Let's do it, everyone. Let's do it. Okay, so this is an NES controller. This counts as like the next 25 things that we're going to look at. So the stream's over. Have a good night. No, okay, so put that down. The next thing we're looking at is this. Unfortunately, someone really took out all of their anger on the box here. It is the NES Speedboard. Puts the speed at your fingertips. Again, ignore the fact that someone absolutely destroyed that. Like, let's open this. Let's show you what the heck an NES Speedboard is. That side's already pretty well open. Get this side open too. Like, the Speedboard is a piece of plastic that you put your NES controller in. Where's the speed? Where is the speed? That's what I want to know. This has to be like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to accessories. There's nothing to it. And like it even has Nintendo's logo on it. This is officially licensed piece of plastic. The NES cutting board, I like it. It's the NES waste of plastic, yes. Can you hear me now? Good to know. Okay, so we're good? We're good, we're good. So helpful, Drew Gons. Like, it shows the kid. Like, let's zoom in, like we like to do. Again, brief periods of zooming in, I guess, is better than how we had it before, where the camera was just like exploding. So you can use it on the floor, on the couch, on the table. It's like, you know what I could also do on any of those? Just hold the darn controller without the piece of plastic. Increase your game's scores, better reaction time and speed, holds your controller so you don't have to. Like, I guess, guys, if I had just used this, we would have beat Star Force in like 5 minutes. It would have been done with the Speedboard. I just so, like, and you're just playing with your index fingers? Like, is that really how I should be playing my NES games from now on, like this? Is that how the pros do it? Is that why I'm not like on the top of all the speedrunning boards? I don't know. I have no idea, but there you go. Just as grand as cardboard Nintendo items. Well, that's the funny thing, right? Like, you know, first there was the plastic era, and now we're into the cardboard era here. On the Speedboard, remember the Angry Video Game Nerd mentioning that thing in his old video about NES accessories? That's a great AVGN video. Absolutely great, Mr. Guy. Hope you're having a good night. They really did just sell a giant hunk of plastic back in the day. At least it was useful cardboard. That's true. That's true. So we're officially rating this more useless than Labo. Okay, I see. I see. Makes sense. But yeah, that's the Speedboard. I'll then go throw this all over there. I'm gonna have to disassemble this after the stream. It's a little complicated to pull the NES controller out of there. Hopefully, again, every time I walk by the camera, it's being revealed just how unprofessional I am here. But if you're, excited to see just how unprofessional things can get, please don't be afraid to subscribe, because there's lots more coming, I can promise you. But okay, let's have a look at what the next item on my list of fun is. As I squeeze by here, there's so much on tables, like off screen, that we're gonna be looking at coming up. You have no idea. Number 7, because you didn't think it was weird enough. The speed boards, you know, we need to go even weirder when it comes to controllers. This is the PlayStation 1 ASCII-ware Sphere 360 controller. Why? Why? It's like the button layout, like they put L1 and L2 on the front. R2 and R1 are still on top. This gives it more of a layout like a Sega Genesis controller with like the, you know, the 2 rows. And then there's like a sphere on top. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Thank you so much, Big Phil. You deserve 3 million subscribers someday, I'm sure. That's really kind of you. We're just gonna keep going and having fun, and like, you never know what's gonna happen, I guess. But thanks, Big Phil. Thanks everyone who's been, you know, watching and just supporting. It really means a lot, and I've been having more fun than I've ever had with YouTube at the moment. So let's keep it up and keep having fun. So let's zoom in on this, give you guys a closer look at just what the heck we're talking about here. And we are zoomed in a little too close. It's such a weird controller. Again, it's like they put L1 and L2 on the front. If anyone wants to tell me like what game this is the controller you've got to play it with, I would love to hear. But I just had to show this. Like it's always been in my collection on the shelf, and it's like I don't even know what to make of this. Like, what is that on the back? There's like a button on the back too? Like, why? Why? Why any of it? And it's like officially licensed, so the buttons feel nice though. I like the buttons on the front. This is like a rapid switch. Pretty cool. Start, select. Fighting games, Fennec. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. If, you know, setup's 3x3 there. I think it was for some random UFO game that came packaged with the controller. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense, as I've seen the box. It's like a big funky box. I didn't realize it came with the game though. That would make more sense then. Making a whole controller for like one game. But yeah, cool. I should try to play just like random generic games with this and see how it goes over. But yeah, it doesn't feel too bad, but like the big ball, and it's just strange, very strange. And I just, I wanted to make sure we got representation for lots of different consoles and platforms. So, you know, we got some Sony love going on here. There'll be some love for some other consoles too, of course, as the night goes by. You can totally use that. Like, yeah, like there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not like shaming it and like telling you it's terrible. I just think it looks really cool. It even looks like a spaceship. Now, you know, you say that. And thought I would throw it in here as one of the items of the night. So hope you enjoyed a sneak peek of that. But next up, speaking of things that are like not for resale, this is an interactive multi-game demo disc, volume 12 for the Nintendo GameCube. If you grew up around the GameCube time, you'll know that like every store, there used to be game, you know, demo kiosks and things, and the GameCube ones would have like some games you could play, along with some videos that you could watch. This one has like F-Zero GX on it, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, some different things, and these used to be available everywhere. Like, you used to have no problem getting your hands on these, and then just one day they all disappeared, and like I bought ones, I thought it was cool. I didn't think I needed like to collect them all or anything. They're not Pokemon, but you know, I have one in my collection I enjoy a lot. It even has like a nice, you know, spine, so it fits right in on the shelf with the rest of your GameCube games. Let's give you guys a, you know, close-up look of that. So, you know, even the rating pending to teen. There's the spine. You know, generic, but like at least they didn't just leave it blank or something. It's still nice. Instructions on how to set it up, I guess, for that, you know, store employee who's like never seen a GameCube before. And then inside, at the very least, you know, mine doesn't have a book or anything, but you still get the disc saying volume 12 on there. And yeah, just I find the novelty things like this interesting, but like, again, I'm not out there trying to collect all of the not for resale stuff. I think something like this is cool. I think having like Donkey Kong Country not for resale is cool. But otherwise, I'm not like, you know, going crazy over the not for resale stuff. So yeah, that is the next thing. Hopefully you thought that was neat. Some of these demos discs have emulated GBA games. Oh, it's interesting. Being the few ways you can play GBA games on a Wii Y is funny. I didn't know that. I did not realize that. I also have demo discs for the PS1. I think one of them had a glitch that got some voice lines mixed up in a company screen or something. Yeah, so PS1 demo discs There were a lot of those back in the day. It's like you'd buy, like they sold them I think for like $5 at the cash register. If you just wanted to like try out some new games, you could buy a demo disc, and that's so neat, honestly. I think that was pretty cool. Where's the Game Sphere, says Real? Not here at the moment, but it's spherical, I can tell you that. What's the GameCube? The Game Sphere is cool. No. But yes, very good. So the next thing on the list, let's see what else we're going to be looking at today. We're not even at number 10 yet, everybody, but number 9. Just give me a moment to kind of, self-indulge here. Something that's no one else probably cares about. But I saw it on the shelf and I'm like, we're going to throw this in there just for fun. We're talking about RuneScape for like the first time on the channel in like 20 years. Growing up, I loved RuneScape. RuneScape is still fun. You got like the modern game, or you can play the old school version of the game, which is basically like this version of the game, but like the servers are, they brought the servers back, and now there's like, they've branched out where they update the modern game, they update the retro version of the game with new features as well. And there's not like all that much RuneScape merch or anything like that out there. It never became as big as like World of Warcraft or such, but back in the day, just having something that you could own and look through for RuneScape was pretty cool. Like there's the free-to-play map. That's what the book covers. It's like pretty much just the free-to-play stuff. It goes over quests, different items that you could have. Am I the only one who played RuneScape back then and who totally loved this? Hi, Matt Rogers. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're working our way to 30,000. Someday I'll stop pointing over here. I point over here at this subscriber number, 986, 14, 1, 4. 14 more to go. We're so close to 30,000. But thanks, everyone. You have the RuneScape book and have the poster and a wallet. Nice, Real. RuneScape, this game was basically one of the first, I think, MMOs to ever be made, Mr. Guy. Yeah, it goes back to like 2001. And to think it was like, free to play at the time, and like, there was membership where you could pay to get some extra features. We'll zoom in like ever so quick. I know people probably aren't like super into RuneScape, but let's just like randomly flip to some pages. So it's like the Scorpion, everyone. Watch out for the Scorpion. Ice Giants, remember those guys. Talks about how to do some of the quests like Romeo and Juliet. I don't even think that quest exists anymore. A lot of these were like, phased out for being old and crusty. The different amulets and stuff, different armors. Like, I don't know. I loved RuneScape so much, and I still do. Like, I sometimes think about just logging in to have a look. Although I haven't done that in probably 5+ years. I hope that they don't delete your account if you haven't played it in a certain amount of time. They probably have. And here's like the most like generic art ever. Which looks nothing like anything that was actually in-game, but it's on the front of the book, so there you go. That's RuneScape for you. Hope you all enjoyed my like 5-minute spiel about RuneScape, and that's the last you're gonna hear about it for another 10 years. Hi, Hackin' Quackin', hope you're having a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I loved RuneScape. RuneScape had the walk so WoW could run, says Chance. So I was like the last man standing on RuneScape amongst my friends, where when World of Warcraft came out, they like all jumped ship to that. But I couldn't do that because like I've already put so much like time and effort into RuneScape that I wanted to keep going with that. I didn't just want to like ditch it and start a new game. So as everyone moved over to World of Warcraft, I was like the last guy on RuneScape still. Now the stream started at 9 p.m. What time does the stream start on Saturdays since YouTube notifications suck? True. Streams are always 8 p.m. essentially. Like right now we have it set up so that the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday streams all start at 8. If you want to make sure you don't miss any streams, again, please consider joining the Discord server, where there is a react that you can click on, and then you'll get pinged every time we go live. And after the stream, I'll make sure to kind of throw that out there again for anyone who maybe hasn't seen it. But yeah, Discord is like the best way to know what's going on, and then like the next best way is I'll sometimes post like YouTube community posts. I didn't post one for this one though, but still, yeah, usually 8 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is when you can expect to see the streams. I appreciate you stopping by though, Matt. 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. depending on where you live. Well, that's true. It really depends on your time zone, but 8 p.m. Eastern is usually when we go live. Do you know something? Hi, David Ray. If you played Mario 3 with a randomizer, you can set the difficulty. What do I think? I think that sounds awesome. I would definitely be up. I've never played a Mario 3 randomizer. A long time ago, we tried a Mario World randomizer, but not a Mario 3 one, so I will look into that. Thank you so much, David Ray. 14 more subs! I pointed the right direction this time. There it is. There it is. So, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please consider it. Again, be part of game display history here. until the next milestone, which again, we don't know if it will ever come. So this could be it. This could be the height of popularity of the channel, and you could be part of it. We will see. Hit that notification bell again. You definitely hit that too. It means a lot. Yeah, Matt Rogers, I hear ya. It's always a game of like, you know, best of the worst. And then it seems like it's like, you know, you hold out on one, and then like the one that you've moved to just ends up doing the same thing anyway. So we're just in observation mode right now, seeing what goes on. Yeah, but that's not why we're here. We're here to throw out that modern stuff and focus on the old stuff. I mean, you could still play RuneScape today. I mean, I guess you could technically still play any of this today. So where am I putting this? Let's put this over here. What is next on the old list? You know what might be next on the old list? I'm gonna take like a super quick drink, and I will see you all in like 2 seconds here. You know, don't press mute before you're done talking. Someday I'll learn. Someday. All right, everyone. You should hopefully be able to hear again. 987, thank you so much for subscribing. Again, unless you have like your subscriptions public, it doesn't give like a notification when you subscribe. And like, I don't blame anyone who has their stuff private, because like, who needs to know? But at the same time, that's why you may not see it. It went back down! It went back down to 986. Well, someday we'll get there. Did we see the e-reader cards yet? We did look at the e-reader hack and quacking. We're not going through like my entire e-reader collection today. We'll definitely do a more dedicated e-reader video in the future. But we looked briefly at a sealed e-reader. YouTube trolling, yeah, that's it. By the end of the stream, we'll be down to like 5 subscribers, if anyone ever catches on. E-reader card says Big Phil. No, don't worry, e-reader stream coming, eventually. But we couldn't spend the whole stream looking at it today. In fact, we're already after 9, and we're like not even a third of the way through all the things, so we should probably pick it up. I want to talk about where in time is Carmen San Diego. I have not beat this NES game yet. Apparently it's a pain. So you got to do like 100, catch like 100 criminals or something. It takes forever, but it's like a really big box NES game, which is super cool. And that's because it includes the New American Desk Encyclopedia. So let's open this up. Look at it. It's coming down. It's coming down. So that's the lid. There's your NES cartridge, instruction manual, and all that. Let's put that down. Instruction manual, posters and postcards and all that sort of stuff. And then at the bottom of the box, the thing that's taking up the majority of the room inside this box is indeed the New American Desk Encyclopedia. Look at that thing. Look at it. And it came included with an NES game. So if you ever see this at your local thrift store or whatever, you know that this actually came with an NES game. And it even shows like, you know, where on earth will Carmen show up next on the back and stuff. So you actually have to like use this to decipher the hints in the game to find out where in time the criminals are. Like, get reading, guys, get reading. It's crazy, right? Like, I love that. It's also a PC game, yes, yes. Oh, 987 guys, we're back. We're back. Thank you so much. 13 to go. Has Gen Z ever used a hard copy encyclopedia, Matt Rogers? So remember the encyclopedia sets? I used to go over to people's houses and like just on the shelf, they'd have like the 24 encyclopedia set, which is pretty funny. So, you know, this being more compact, I guess, is appreciated. But yeah, those used to be all the rage. That is way too much for a game. Really, really. All right, everyone, gather around. We're starting with chapter 1 here. Let's see, where does it begin? Accordion? Oh, accordion. Okay, so this is how this works. Someday I'll get to the actual first page. Seems to be a little bit stuck here. A. First letter of English, of the English and many other alphabets derived from the Latin, Etruscan, and Greek alphabets. The capital letter A is from the Greek alpha, which in turn came from the ancient North Semitic symbol. The small letter A came from the Roman, see also alphabet. Have we learned something here today, everyone? Next time, stay tuned for the letter B. It's going to be very exciting. But yeah, I love this. I love this. So now you know, if you ever see, it's always important to show the spine. The spine is so important when it comes to collecting. It's like half the time, 99% of the time, that's what you're going to be seeing on the shelf. Yeah, keep your eye open for this, and you'll have a piece of video game history in your pocket there. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to open up that. Again, still not a game I've beaten, but someday, maybe we'll dive in. We'll see. It'll be a stream of me reading the encyclopedia, I guess. So if that's, you enjoyed that preview there, stay tuned for more of that. I think that's item number 10 though. So we've officially hit 1/3 of our demonstration here. Next up is, oh, I did forget something. Let me go and grab it. I think that I've done this before. I've left the room and it didn't break the microphone too much. So let me grab one thing I want to demonstrate to you all. 1 second. I'm going to keep talking. Maybe you'll still be able to hear me. Maybe you won't. Maybe I'll disappear at some point. Got to go over here and grab something that I intended to show you, because it goes in part with the next thing that we're going to be looking at. Here we go. All right, hopefully you can still hear me here. Thank you so much for all of your patience. So the next thing I want to show you all is, these are like pieces of styrofoam that had Mario and Luigi painted onto them. I don't think these are official in any way. I think that someone in all of their artistry, all of their artistic abilities, a long time ago, these were given to me when I was like just a kid, like really young. And I think, a family member picked them up when they were on a vacation. And like, Andrew likes Mario, so we're gonna bring back some styrofoam that somebody painted Mario characters on. But then in addition to that, my grandmother saw those, and based on them, she made pillows. 3D pillows. Luigi's head's like very floppy. He has a very thin neck. Mario's a bit more chunky. But you've probably before seen these in the background at some point, and that is the origin of these pillows. Is the styrofoam that somebody painted Mario and Luigi onto. And I used to have these on the wall in my room, thus like the pop tab in there. And I just wanted to show you all the pillows. These still sit on my couch to this day, and that's kind of the origin of those. What do you think of the Virtual Boy accessories for the Switch and Switch 2? Says Dino Fury. Hello. I think they're fine. I just wish that Nintendo had given you a way to actually play them on the TV as well, where like make the accessory for people who want to experience that way. But there's no reason that it couldn't also have been on the TV. It's cool, Fennec. Thank you. I just wanted to find a way to fit these in there. I've always really appreciated them. And again, people have pointed those out in the background of videos before, so I figured I would show the origin, which is these two guys here. But again, Dino Fury, thank you so much for stopping by. Wise Bunny, you learned a lot about the letter A. Very good. Happy Pi Day, everyone. Yes, Matt and Chance also earlier mentioned it was Pi Day. Oh, I think I heard something going on there. Thank you so much for subscribing, Daniel. Appreciate it. Really appreciate everyone who's stopping by tonight and subscribing. Games weren't really designed to be played on a 2D screen, unfortunately. I mean, you don't need the depth in many of the cases. Like, you kind of do, but like people have been emulating them for a while, and they seem to do pretty well in that regard. I mean, at least give the option at the end of the day, is I think what they could do. But all right, that is Mario and Luigi, everyone. I think that was item number 11, so it means we're approaching the halfway point here. What else do we have to look at tonight? The 30 items I just randomly ripped off of the shelf. It's time for Gibdo Attacks Link. Back in the day, this is an official Nintendo figure you could have bought based on the original Legend of Zelda. They are called trophy figures with scorecard. Let me give you a close-up look at this guy. So this is Gibdo Attacks Link. We are getting further away rather than closer, and it's a 3D figure from Zelda 1. And yeah, here's the scorecard it's talking about at the top. So you can write your name, you can write your date, and you can write your high score, because we all know Zelda is known for its high scores. I guess you could write down like how many deaths you beat the game with or something, but it's kind of weird. And on the back, it shows some other ones you could get. Link battles Zola, a trap attacks Link, Link fights the head of Gleeok. I think there was like some punch-out ones too. A Link figure, that's pretty cool. Hi, Scott Linux. Thank you so much for stopping. Bye. Oh, you might have just heard that. I meant to mute the I meant to mute the microphone. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. I muted the desktop audio by accident, so hopefully we're still good. But yeah, so this is the figure here. It is cool. It is a really cool figure, and I thought I would share it with you all today. So let's zoom back out of there. Gibdo attacks Link. It's the best way to remember what the enemies are called. I always forget what the Zelda enemies are, but whenever I look at this, I remember that that guy is Gibdo. I'm good. I'm good. I just talk too much. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what black magic is at work when it comes to the subscriber counter. But 987, 13 more to go. And yeah, that is Gibdo attacks Link right there. Give me one more second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, thank you so much. Let's see. 988, everybody. Thank you. 29,988. We are almost at 30,000. The next item is, so this is kind of cool. I just wanted to show this off to all you guys. In the West, we are super familiar with strategy guides, and Japanese strategy guides are a lot more compact, a lot smaller, but in addition to strategy guides, sometimes you get books like this as well. This is the Ace Attorney 1 Nintendo DS Edition Complete Script. You will find RPGs or adventure games where you can just buy a book with literally all the text in book form, in case you just wanted to read it instead of play it. So let's get close up to that. And again, I don't think Ace Attorney needs too much of an introduction. Let me make sure we're not moving that. It's a little bit loose there. But yeah, so this is like just open it up. And like, there's the script for the whole game. It shows you what if you like present certain pieces of evidence. It shows you what if you press during testimonies. It's just the whole game in book form. And so it's like a really advanced version of a strategy guide in that case. It's just whatever you need to know about the game, you can just read about it. And again, so like you'll find RPGs that have things like this, all sorts of different games get these complete script compilations. And I just thought it'd be cool to show you one of those. What's an Ace Attorney, says Real? A complete script for a video game? You'd never thought you'd see that, Mr. Guy. Again, in Japan, not as uncommon as you'd think. Every time Andrew leaves, he gets us up. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just have to leave 12 more times. We're almost there. We're so close. Again, thanks everyone who's been joining and watching. Really appreciate it. I've got this, Boomer Bear. Thank you. I love the game store feeling. All right, let's get the game store back here. Again, I'm sure that after showing my face again, subscribers will drop to historic lows. But welcome, Boomer Bear. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I tried to just make like a cool, comfy vibe. it's in the title, but that's what I wanted, right? We're just having a good, relaxing time here, talking about stuff. I should just like not talk so loud, but I always fear you can't hear me if I talk quieter. But I think I'm like screaming the whole stream, and that's why the throat starts to go sooner than it has to. It's just a habit. It's just a habit. I have a Roku TV in one room and an LCD TV from 2008 in another for your Genesis, PS2, GameCube, and Classic. Nice, very nice, Dino Fury. No, it's great. You know, you want to have that gaming area set up. In fact, I'm going to be reviewing some game room setups from anyone who wishes to submit them on the Discord server. There's a channel for that in the coming weeks. We can see how different people have their stuff set up. So consider checking that out if it interests you. But otherwise, that sounds really cool. And I appreciate you watching, Dino Fury. Isn't this stream and community wonderful? So inviting, welcoming, and fun. I really appreciate that, Matt Rogers. It's really what I kind of tried to do here, and all of you are so amazing. It really means a lot to see you guys stream after stream and in the comments of videos. You make YouTube so much fun. But okay, yeah, Boomer Bear, it's great again. Really appreciate that. So that's number, whatever number this was. It was some number. Oh, Scott Linux, thank you so much for the Patreon subscription, Scott Linux. I really appreciate that. We have Patreon as well, and Patreon gets your name in like the stream credits, the video credits, kind of put your like permanent mark on all game display media here and forever for when it's discovered in the year 30,026. All right, let's see what the next item on the list is. The next item on the list is the Shelf Talkers. Yes. So this is a box that says Nintendo Shelf Talkers, set of 8. Does anyone want to guess what these are? What is a shelf talker? Do you have any idea? Any idea what a shelf talker might be? I really appreciate that, guys. 11 or 12? This is number 15, right? I think this is the halfway. This is 14. This is 14. We are almost there. We are getting close. No idea. Talking shelves, hacking quacking. You can see shelf talkers on screen right now. It's my last clue. Think about the length. Any ideas? Ninja Turtle walkie-talkies. Shelf talkers. They go on the shelf. So obviously, World of Nintendo cabinet. The Wii kind of things here are a little out of place, but that was just kind of what was on them when I got the cabinets. So these are the ones that could have been on there like way back in the day to really match the World of Nintendo theming. But I'm not gonna take them out of their box here. Pro Nintendo historian here, chat. I appreciate that, Scott Linux. Thank you. But yeah, I've always thought that these are really cool. Like it would look so nice in there, but I mean, I could just try, like, because there's like a sticky part underneath, right? That makes it stick to the shelf. I could just set it on, maybe. But the fact that they're in the box and everything, I probably shouldn't mess with them. But I just thought I would share those with you. I've never had any reason, I don't think, to really show them on stream before or in any videos. But I've always thought that's pretty neat. Kind of an old Nintendo thing there. Oh, shelf. You heard shell? Apologize. I should have spelled it out. But thanks, Walter. Hope you're having a great night, Walter. Thanks for stopping by. Neat, the little touches that bring the... Yeah, I really appreciate that, Boomer Bear. Thank you. So that's the Shelf Talkers. I think that's item number 14. So next one, we're hitting halfway here. And the next one is protected over there so it doesn't get bent. So give me 1 second to go and grab that. So this one, this is the newest thing that we're going to look at tonight. And You'll see in a second here. So far, this is going to be an easy cleanup for post-stream. Is that true, Fennec? Well, I mean, I am putting things like, I guess, a little bit away, but there's still going to be a lot to do after. But it's been so much fun sharing this all with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. The next one, again, is a little bit newer than we're used to talking about here, but it's one of my favorite series of all time. And I see we just hit 29,989. Thank you so much. 11 to go. Appreciate you all hanging out here tonight. This is the Professor Layton and the New World of Stream clear file that I got when I tried the demo at last year's Tokyo Game Show. People will know that Professor Layton is one of my all-time favorite video game series. And it was cool to be able to try that demo out, but it's weird because like there hasn't been any talk about the game since. 2026 is shaping up to be a really weird year for releases. It just feels like, there should be more coming out. We should know more about what's coming out later on in the year. And it's just like, why are all the companies being so quiet about new games? It's really, really strange. And Professor Layton is one of those. Who knows, it could end up being canceled. I'll be like one of just a few people who ever have to try the demo or something like that. But let's get close up. And I'll show this to you all. Because yeah, Japan loves their clear files. Like, clear files are such a common giveaway item, but it's really, really nice. On the other side is Inazuma 11, which I've never played, but it's like level 5's soccer series. And on this side, you get Professor Layton. Here is the flyer for it, showing the new game. There's also a bunch of sales going on the Japanese apps at the time. And the other thing is that you get a smartphone ring for trying out the game. I have no idea what a smartphone ring is, but it looks cool. But like, what do you do with a smartphone ring? This is new to me. But yeah, apparently it's a thing that exists. And so all of this came from trying the demo at the Tokyo Game Show last year. I hope we hear more about it soon. It's like one of the few modern things I'm looking forward to these days. But we'll see. We will see, I guess, just what happens to it. You got a smartphone ring from My Nintendo as their first physical reward, hacking quacking. Nice. Inazuma 11. Where's Inazuma 1 through 10 says Why is Bunny. I like it. I like it. I know this never happens to you, but I just have to ask, out of curiosity, do I actually misplace or lose track of any gaming items? It can happen, Boomer Bear. It can happen. Sure, it never happens though because you're on top of organizing everything. I try my best. But there still will be the odd time when like you just don't know where things went. I think I might have also missed a comment up there. So we're pulling out the wireless keyboard here. Who left a comment before Boomer Bear there? Are you gonna scroll up? You're gonna scroll up? The chat's not scrolling up. We're never gonna know who posted that. Can I like scroll with the bar? Oh, okay, the bar works. Arrow's not working, but the bar's working. Scott Linux posted an arrow pointing upwards towards Mr. Guy, who said, Tokyo Game Show. I wonder if they would show off the Tokyo Toy Show prototype of Sonic 1 that ever got found. Was that a thing? That's cool. I like prototypes. Prototypes are pretty cool. Hey, we got some Professor Layton music playing right now. Fitting. Very fitting. It's a pop socket, says Christian. Goes on the back of your phone, says Wise Bunny. Oh, is that what they call those things you see on people's phones sometimes? 10 more, Schmanky. Thank you so much. Yep, 29.90. 29,990, everybody. 10 to go. And we're like exactly halfway through the list. And I think we started the stream at, 980. So we're like on pace, everyone. We're on pace. We'll see. Hello, Coco. Congrats on getting 30. Thank you. We're almost there. We're almost there. 10 away. It's good. Almost there. Don't have them yet. No. So please subscribe so that the title of my stream is not a lie. I mean, I said it was the 30,000 subscriber party. I didn't say like we got 30,000 subscribers yet. We can still celebrate it, even though it's like so close. But thanks, everyone. Thank you. Stick it on your phone so you can hold it better. Oh, is that why they put it on the back of their phone? Like, I never understood what it did back there. But we're so close. We're so close. Okay, put this back down. I think, hopefully I scroll back to the bottom. Let me just make sure we're in the present here. There's nothing worse than when like you don't realize you went back in a stream like 5 minutes. 9 more! 8 more! Someday I'll remember which side it's on. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's get on to item number. What number are we on? 16. 16's a funny one. I hope that you enjoy 16. And again, thanks again, Scott, for the Patreon subscription. Really appreciate that. 16. All right, we're moving on to a different table now. Let me rearrange table number 1 a little bit so that I can more easily get to the things on table number 2. I'll place these here. Hopefully you can't see them too much. Doesn't spoil all the stuff that's coming up. But the next item, number 16, oh my gosh, there's black dust all over it. There's one of the items that we're about to look at is like disintegrating. I'll let you try and guess what that is. What should I do with this dust? Should get like a cloth to wipe it off. You'll see why there is black dust on this item in just a second here. Hopefully it doesn't stain. No, thankfully it doesn't seem like it's caused too many problems. It's kind of weird though. But item number 16 is this NES era game pack case. Not licensed by Nintendo, but from Barocco Enterprises, Inc. Sure seems to have a ripoff of Mario on the front though, even though it's like, I don't think they had permission to use them. It's Mario's long-lost brother, Gario. Hi, Coco. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. It looks like Mario Bros, right? So I've noticed that it's the perfect size, even though it says game pack case. It is actually the perfect size for storing an NES inside. So maybe that was like also the intention. But I've just always thought this was so funny. I've never had any other time when I could like share it with you all. So yeah, that's what that is. Looks like it also could have had a handle on top at 1.2, but the handle is missing. But the hilarity of Bootleg Mario shall live on for all eternity. Someone get that one account that compares Mario 1 sprites. Oh, Corey CIB, thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate that. We're at 92, 93, everyone, 7 to go. So close. It's a nice shoebox. It is like a shoebox, exactly. It's exactly what it's like. So yeah, I just really wanted to talk about this for a long time, and I've never had a reason to. But today it is one of the 30 items we're looking at for our 30,000 subscriber special here. Let's move these guys off to the side though. What is number 17 on our list? Possibly the thing that is currently in the process of disintegrating. I may also put the Professor Layton stuff away. I can't exactly go back to the Tokyo Game Show and get another one if I accidentally bend it in half. So let me just put this on the table over here, please. I'll be back with you in 1 second. That should hopefully do. Hopefully I don't have black all over my fingers. Again, you're gonna see in just a second what it is that's disintegrating. And the thing that's disintegrating was actually one of the things I was asked about on the Discord server before the stream when I said if there's anything people want to look at. But okay, here, number 17 is this guy. The Pokemon the First Movie audio cassette. Now, again, it's really cool. If anyone has their Walkman, you can listen to some Pokemon music on the go. The problem being, though, the majority of it has nothing to do with Pokemon. Let's have a look. So as you'll see, if I ever zoom in here, it's music from and inspired by the motion picture, which means that it's like doesn't actually have to have anything to do with Pokemon, which is really, really silly. But for all those who don't know, an audio cassette looks like this. It looks like that. You put it into your cassette player and you're good to go. But like, look at some of the songs on here that have absolutely nothing to do with Pokemon. Like, of course you'll get, let me just do a little bit of this. Like, of course you get, hopefully you can read it, the Pokemon theme. Don't Say You Love Me by M2M. Ashley Ballard with So Plush It Was You. Christina Aguilera, We're a Miracle. Like, what does any of this have to do with Pokemon? Why is this on my Pokemon cassette tape? It's so silly. So silly. And there's lots of CDs and stuff too, Pokemon CDs, and they'll have like 2 songs that might have been in the show, and then the rest is just generic stuff. Hi, Chance/CatDog. Oh my gosh, what happened? What happened? Okie dokie. We are up to 993 though, everyone. All right, so that is Pokemon music. We got people really excited in the chat about Pokemon music cassette. You know, honestly, I'm the same. Whenever I hear about Christina Aguilera, I'm just drop everything. I'm like, let's go. Probably just a bootleg cassette, Mr. Guy. It's not though, it's the official movie cassette. And again, like there's CDs I have, Pokemon CDs, where they just put random songs on it too, inspired by the show. I don't know why they did that. Hi, Lucky Bacon. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Cassette on the keyboard? Oh no, that's crazy. Well, thank you so much for handling that, everybody. Christina Aguilera from Tomodachi Life. Why is funny. Next on the list, what do we got? As item number 18 is, are you all ready? Have you ever wished you lived in a pineapple under the sea with the SpongeBob SquarePants Game Boy Advance SP? What a random SP. Even like SpongeBob there. I like the yellow color though, like it's really nice. Want a nice close-up look of SpongeBob SquarePantso here. Like, there's his face. That's what the inside looks like. SpongeBob there. The buttons are like a really nice greenish color. I guess it's supposed to look like the holes on SpongeBob. Just like sticking your finger there. You love it. Greatest SP ever. Cool, says Boomer Bear. ScottLinux, thank you. What's with all the unrelated songs, Mr. Guy? Yeah, I don't get that cassette at all. You can go for it. Yellow's your favorite? Yeah, it's a really nice, so you can see me. Hello. It's a really nice looking Game Boy Advance SP. And then to go along with this, I believe the next item is the one that happens to be disintegrating, and that is Game Boy Advance SP headphones. I actually got back in the day when I resubscribed to Nintendo Power, and the black foam, oh my gosh, you can see, like these aren't meant to be touched. They're gonna go back into the cabinet after this and like never move again, but it's just fallen apart after years, even though I like never hardly used them. Just made of some sort of compound that decided it's time to go, and is very unfortunate. Because the reason you need special Game Boy Advance SP, oh my gosh, hopefully the black comes up. That's terrible. That's terrible. Let me brush my fingers off here. Got the vacuum after. Thanks a lot, Game Boy Advance SP headset. But the reason that you need something like that is because the Game Boy Advance SP, one of its like only flaws, I love the Game Boy Advance SP, this one a 101 it is too. It's like you get the really nice lit up screen with the SpongeBob SP. But there's no headphone jack. You know, a problem that we all have to deal with today, but was rare to have to worry about back then. No headphone jack on the Game Boy Advance SP, which is why you needed something like this, which has the charger port, end on it. So you can plug it into where the charger goes, but you can use it as a headphone port as well. The best thing though, is to get an adapter like this. This is actually an official Nintendo one, but I think you can get unofficial ones too. This plugs into the charger port, and then it has the headphone jack on the end, so you can plug anything you want to in here. That's the way to go. So if you have an SP and it's always bothered you that there's no headphone jack on it, get yourself one of these and you're golden. That looks like you've kind of got like an antenna coming out of his head there, but that's what you want. That's what you want. Again, unfortunately, I'm just gonna put the headphones back right now before they have a chance to dissolve any further. Like, I knew they were dissolving. I didn't think they were dissolving like that bad. That's too bad. All right, let's put these here. Yeah, oh my gosh, all inside the cabinet is just like turning black. Oh, that's weird. Oh no. I guess I should probably just brush this off now, so that's everything we look at coming up doesn't also get destroyed. Strange. Again, to make sure that there's like no black inside the SpongeBob SP, which there kind of is. Hopefully that will all wipe up. Strange. Again, too bad. You know, you try to collect things sometimes, but they just weren't made to last. That's part of the reality of collecting, unfortunately. And in the case of Game Boy Advance SP headphones, it seems that is how it goes. We saw that. Choose between charging and headphones, Miles Luigi. Exactly. Why in the world did Nintendo do that, Boomer Bear? I'm guessing just the way it was made. They couldn't fit the headphone jack anywhere, so they had to do multi-purpose. That's terrible condition, Mr. Guy. Yeah, just too bad. 6 more subscribers to go, everyone. We're so close. I'm so glad, Scott Linux, you're enjoying seeing it, though. But yeah, Chance, hopefully all is good. All I can say is the laptop is okay. Oh my gosh, yeah, I hope everything's okay, Chance. Yeah, no problem. Had off-brand headphones. That's the thing, right? Like you would find, you know, third-party ones. There was so much good third-party stuff back in the day, but at least it gave you an option, right? If you didn't mind having the N64 controller that was like missing a handle on it, you could buy the Mad Catz version. You know, choice never hurts, I suppose. Maybe that's why controllers are so expensive today. There's not enough third-party options. You can also use the headphones on the original DS too. I was wondering that, YS Bunny, because yes, the original model of the DS also uses the same charger, but the DS has a headphone port. So like, could you like, you know, give one set of headphones to your friend and then you could use one too? You have like 2 headphones in the DS at once? Maybe. All right, everyone, though, that is the SpongeBob Game Boy Advance SP plus headphone jack. Hope that you all enjoyed seeing that. Next up, what do we got? Let me just put this back nicely somewhere before it gets destroyed. Maybe I'll put it over on this side. I'm gonna have to wipe it up after now too. After the destruction brought on upon by those headphones. Just too bad about those headphones. Dissolving way worse than I had remembered they were. Maybe they got particularly worse over the last little bit. But next up is this guy. This, I told you there'd be more than just Nintendo. This is the Sega Genesis CDX. If you want to have a Sega Genesis and a Sega CD all in one, then this is the console for you. The problem, though, is that based on the name, you would think that it was also a 32X. Like if it was also a 32X, so you got you know, Sega CD, Genesis, and 32X all in one, this would be probably the coolest system ever made. But if there's no X, there's no 32X built into it. So it's really unfortunate. And I don't think the 32X works with it either. So too bad. Back to needing 7 more? No, we're at 95 now. 95, everyone. 5 more subscribers. Thank you all again so much for watching and supporting. Really hope everyone's having a fun night. They're really rare, Mr. Guy. Yeah, again, it's a really neat device with a little bit of a caveat, but otherwise it is a cool way to play your Genesis and Sega CD games. And I just thought I'd kind of throw it in here. Never mind 5 to go. 4 to go. 4 to go, everybody. Everyone's loving the Sega CDX. Oh my gosh, I'm getting junk on my phone here. the what's it called? The headphones have really left their mark. Holy moly. I did not realize things were that bad. But we press on. We press on with the next item. Coming on up. Better put the CDX away before it gets filled with headphone dust, apparently. The next item is this guy. Super Mario Galaxy seems to be all the rage these days. Here is the commemorative coin that you got if you pre-ordered the game back in the day. Open, so this kind of slides out here. Let me see if we can get it. So this comes out. Hopefully there's no more headphone dust here. $9.98, everybody! $9.98! 2! We're 2 away from 30,000! So close! And then inside here, you get a commemorative coin. That's, again, if you pre-ordered it. I don't think that the recent release of the Mario Galaxy games had any sort of pre-order. Nintendo kind of just announced it, and then they came out, which is kind of weird. But only a few more days away until the movie. I'm just looking at that number. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. It's so close. That slipcover is mean. Yeah, it comes out like that. And then you get the coin in there. I'll show it to you guys close up. See if I can quickly show it to you before the number rolls over. We got a certificate of authenticity. Take a screenshot, print one out for yourself or something like that. And there's the coin. Kind of nicely in there. I did a video on this once before, but it's really cool. I thought I'd show it again. Again, because of how relevant Mario Galaxy is at the moment. So that is that one. That was number 21. We're in the last third here, everybody. All right, let me put this one away. All right, everyone. Okay, so that was number 21. I think we're gonna get 2 more subscribers by the time we look at like 9 more items. I would be shocked if we did not. Item number 22 is just the most random thing that I found at the thrift store one day. And I've never really had a chance to talk about it, so let's do it. It's baseball card collector made by Konami. Because we think of them as making like Contra and Castlevania, but did you know that they made official computer baseball card collecting software back in like the 90s? Or what year did this come out? That's a really good question. Maybe we'll have to open it up and give it a closer look. It works on your MS-DOS, Tandy, all that sort of stuff. Let's look inside the manual here and see if we can find out just when Konami made the baseball card collector. Like, isn't that weird? We don't think of them as like, you know, a company who would make stuff like that. And inside the manual, it would probably give you like the year on the front or something. I mean, actually, it might say on the front already. Baseball card collector, free inside, oh, complete 1990 player statistical data disc. So that makes sense. So there you go. You know, you can choose how to play. You can use your smaller floppies, you can use your big ones. I just think that's cool. I just think it's cool that Konami made something like that back in the day. And again, it was just a random thrift store find. And I saw Konami and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll grab that and I'll see what it's like. So if you ever plan to collect baseball cards from 1990, Konami's got you covered, guys. That's all for you right there. Konami DOS game. Like, yeah, Konami, like, you know, they had a lot of MSX stuff, but on DOS too, yeah. It's funny, all the companies used to do stuff back then. We hit 30K, we can feel it too. 2 more. What's the next item? The next item probably gonna get people really excited. You're gonna love this next one. You're gonna love this next one. 13 years ago, this month was the year of Luigi. And one thing that they gave away as part of that were these foam hats. Hello, the Dave baby. With $20. Thank you so much. Happy to see you so much more often. You have an amazing collection. Always thought you were way over 100,000 subscribers. You'll be there in no time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just for that, we're fitting the Luigi hat on somehow. It doesn't fit the whole, it does not fit my head. There, it kind of looks like I'm wearing it. Maybe if I duck down a bit so it's not off screen. But yeah, this was a foam hat given away if you went to like Best Buy during the year of Luigi in 2013. Crazy to think, 13 years ago. And the Dave baby, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That really means a lot, your kind words. I'm so happy to be making more content and all the time I get to spend with everyone, and you're all so kind and just fun to hang out with, and you make this fun. You make this fun. If there was like, you know, nobody really watching, it wouldn't be the same, right? So you all really mean a lot to me, so thank you. Thank you. I hope that you continue to enjoy everything coming up too. Sounds like the hat needs a mushroom. It does. It does. But I thought we'd get some year of Luigi love in here. 13 years ago. Was it exactly what the Nintendo Wii U needed? After being released? Probably not. But someone thought it was a good idea. Crazy how it's been 13 years since Year of Luigi. When's the next Year of Luigi? Exactly. It should have been a yearly tradition every March. Could have had, you know, a Luigi game release. Feels like it was recent, 2013. Where has the time gone? I have no idea. I have no idea, Boomer Bear. Luigi cap. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. We're only 2. I can't believe we're 2 away. Let me make sure it's still updating. What if, like, it's just, it stopped updating? We were actually at, like, 40,000 by now. No, maybe never. Does that mean that when we hit 40,000, we have to review 40 random items? Or maybe we'll find something different for 40,000 if we ever hit it. That's true. This could be, like, the last big milestone, like I said. So you could be part of it right now. Luigi time. Next up. What is next on the list of things to look at? Oh my gosh. We're going back in time with this one. This one is not video game related per se, but it's very relevant to my channel and where it began almost 15 years ago now. It is the Dazzle, everybody. The Dazzle, not in the box because, believe it or not, I still use this thing some days when I have to record retro games. I mean, it seems to work just fine. It doesn't work with OBS though, so I can't stream with this, but it's good if I just want to, you know, capture some footage. 2011, I bought this. So again, almost 15 years ago, and without this, there's no game display. This was a very important part of all of those older videos. So that's what the box looked like. And like there's different versions of the Dazzle. Again, so I bought this in 2011. It says it's compatible with Windows XP and Windows 7 as well. So yeah, pretty much everything. Not Vista though, apparently. No Windows Vista. 999! 999! So close! You could be 30,000. You watching this right now could be 30,000. Dazzle hype! Yeah, it still works, Mr. Guy. Still somehow works. One more. The Dazzle's great, absolutely. So remember watching Random Game of the Days? Made with this? 30,000! 30,000, everybody! We did it! We did it! Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. The Dazzle did it! People got really excited about hearing about the Dazzle. Do they still make Dazzles? Can you, like, still buy a Dazzle? Great entry, you know, item to start. Whoa, Fennec, 5 memberships. Thank you, Fennec. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. So Scott Linux got one. Nice. We got Brand, Zito, Jack Fry. Enjoy, everybody. Enjoy your memberships. And Fennec, thank you. Thank you, everybody. This has been so much fun. Again, I'm having so much fun making content with everyone. 30,000 seems really like a new era. Like it's crazy. There's just something about 30,000s. We'll see. I don't plan on slowing down at all. In fact, hopefully, again, you know, it's the new projects and things. Hopefully you've been enjoying this and everything else that is to come. Pop the champagne. Christian with 10. Thank you. Everyone enjoy. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Thank you all so much. That really means a lot. I'm so happy you've been enjoying the stream. I'm so happy you've been enjoying the videos. Just everything. Everything means so much to me. It wouldn't be the same without you, and I just look forward to these moments. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Congratulations, you deserve it and more. Glad you were here for the milestone. Yay! What a good coincidence that it happened like right when we were gonna stream. It worked so perfectly. Thank you. Hacking quacking, it's completely random. But oh my gosh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy. I will. Oh my gosh. Dazzle hype. You know what? Let's go get the next item since we're having such a good time here. As much fun as it is looking at the Dazzle, you're gonna like this next one. I can start, I think, probably just putting stuff here as we get down to the wire. But where is that one? That one's over here. It's time, everybody, for more Donkey Kong in Legend of the Crystal Coconut form. Did anyone else watch this VHS back in the day? Did anyone else watch the Donkey Kong animated show? It's as jank as you think. It's crazy. Now we need to get to 3313. Oh my gosh, yes. I like that chance. Tears to 100K more. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. It means a lot, everyone. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You watch the cartoon on TV? Yes! I would see it on TV sometimes too. Look at his face though. Like, just look at his face. Like, look at this. Look at this. Is that the kind of face that makes you want to watch the VHS? And the best part is that, like, it's the first 3 episodes on this VHS, and they couldn't even put them in the same order. They call it the feature-length adventure. They mix up the order of episode 2 and 3, so you don't even see it in the right order. How do you mess up the order of 3 episodes? It will always blow my mind. It will always blow my mind. But yeah, that was Donkey Kong the Animated Series in 1996. Oh boy. What a time, what a time. You didn't know a VHS existed, Hacking Flankin? Yep. Look at them. Oh boy, remember the song? So Mr. Guy, I will not lie, the songs still will just pop into my mind out of nowhere. You've got doing the booty booty and like the mirror never lies and like all the pirate, man, there were so many songs. There were just so many silly songs that's, I still think of them sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Was Valve involved, says Lucky Bacon? Not that I know. Series was your jam when it was on. You still watch it from time to time, honestly. No. I mean, it's a product of its time, but it's funny. And again, I like to, give jabs at it because they couldn't even put the episodes in the right order. That's mainly why. And like the faces are funny, but like it's a fine show. Better than no Donkey Kong show, that's for sure. Donkey Kong Country Cartoon's amazing. There you go. Like I said, the songs are good. The songs are very good. Mario 3 songs always pop in your head. There's some good Mario 3 songs, yes. My Mario 3 VHS is here. Oh, they are. So you're getting some bonus content, everybody. Not part of the initial plan here. If I can get them out of their prison, I think I can do that. So much like the Pokemon VHSs, these are also in really rough shape because I grew up with these. We've got Misadventures in Babysitting, which is like the first couple episodes, and The Ugly Mermaid. I think there was a World 2 desert-themed VHS as well, but these are the only 2 I could ever find at the store back in the day. And I watched these all so many times, like pretty much as the Pokemon VHSs. I'll get close up for these ones too for you guys. But yeah, Mario 3 VHSs. And again, you can see like the creases and stuff because these are childhood memorabilia right here. And again, like I always wanted the other ones. I'm pretty sure there's a desert one to go along with like World 1 and World 3. But good times, man. Good times. 30,000 in the 3rd month, says Hacking Flacket. Anyway, funny how you were talking about not even very important to your channel when you gain 30,000. I know. Yeah, your Dazzle hype. No, I love the Dazzle. Dazzle's cool. And fun fact, I never took the twist tie off. Maybe that's why it still works. It still thinks it's new, because like the cable's going here, and then this part goes into your computer. So like there's never been any reason to unravel this as long as your cables are long enough. But yeah, that's the Dazzle. That's Mario 3. Bonus item. Was there a Giant Land one too? Like, yeah, I've never, like, again, I watched these as a kid, got them as a kid. I've never really gone searching for them otherwise. If I had seen them at like a thrift store or something, I would have bought them, but I haven't gone on like eBay or something to try and fill in the gaps sort of thing. There's an SMB3 show too. People know about the original SMB show, but this one existed too. Yeah, so because of these, I grew up with this one a lot more than I grew up with the other one. But we all know the other one from I Got Pizza. That's the episode. Everyone needs to watch that one. But that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys. But okay, that's Donkey Kong. That's Mario 3. What else do we got? We are getting down there in terms of stuff to look at. Crystal Coconut, followed up by, you're gonna like this next one. Again, don't mind if it gets a little bit messy now. We're down to like the last couple. I'm going to be cleaning for weeks, but it's worth it. It's been worth it spending all this fun time with you. And again, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who's watched and subscribed, and for the the memberships and Patreon as well. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. It really means a lot that you enjoy the channel. I hope that you continue to enjoy everything coming up, as it's not slowing down. We're only getting started here with Mario Teaches Typing. Anyone who's seen me type on Discord and such knows I need this. So there you go. Known as the first game in which Charles Martinet's voice appears as Mario. Are those Game & Watches in the background? They are. They are indeed. Check out my 30 Days of Game & Watch if you haven't seen that, where we reviewed one every single day leading up to the release of the modern Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch. Has them all? I have about half, which I mean, I can't complain. I cannot complain. Game & Watches are a lot of fun. I remember there was a Giant Land DVD and a cereal as a kid. Oh, that's cool. So, was there ever an episode of the show based on World 4? Yeah. So are you saying like there wasn't a Giant Land VHS, but there was an episode about it? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the shows aren't bad. Like, you have to give them credit for the inspiration they did take from the games. It wasn't just like someone just made up something completely random. Sometimes it was. Any episodes where it took place in the real world was always weird. Like, I think the second one of the third one, they go to Paris. Then in Do the Koopa, the Mushroom Kingdoms, no, that's not, is this the Paris one? Then in Super Koopa, the city of Paris is doomed to destruction unless the Super Mario Brothers can stop King Koopa. Like, it's weird when they go to the real world. And it's funny because the whole point of this VHS is like, they end up finding the pipe to the Mushroom Kingdom while they're babysitting this kid. And I always thought it was funny how, you know, the show and now the movies, they go into all the detail about how Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom. You know, the games never did that. So it's funny that you have to go to the kind of the external media for that. Then you also review the newest Zelda Game & Watch. I might have looked at that one too. I think we might have looked at both of them. But yeah, so this, Mario Teaches Typing. Let's unbox this, because why not? It's gonna look similar to the Konami card collector thing. There's that. I think there he is. Run, jump, swim, kick. Now you're learning to type with interplay. So let's unbox this. You can hear the floppy disks moving around inside. Take the lid off like this. Just like that. And there you go. So once again, take your pick on what kind of computer you got. And then in here in the instruction manual, again, this game is known for being Charles Martinet's first voice acting role as Mario in a game. And yet, if we go to the back, where the credits are, someday, I think it's like the one page that exists between these two pages, or maybe like one more page. Someday we'll get there. Like, that's 21, 24, which means we're missing 22 and 23 in here somewhere. You tell me if I'm wrong. I don't even think he's listed in the credits. The, like, most important piece of this media. The most historical piece, and they don't even list them. There's like a big old space right there. They could have put his name as the voice of Mario. Instead, they said you got music arranged by the Fat Man. But no Charles Martinet in the credits, which I always thought was really fascinating. But yeah, that's Mario Teaches Typing. Again, something I could probably benefit from, maybe someday. But I always thought that was pretty cool. 330,001 subscribers. Thank you, thank you. I can't believe it. I can't believe that we reached it, honestly. That was a lot of fun, and it really means a lot that everyone's enjoying the streams and the content, and hope that you continue to enjoy it. They credited the Fat Man, but not Charles. Exactly, right? Isn't Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2? Is that what he was doing in the meantime? Didn't you also, yes. I remember there being some kind of horror game called Mario Teaches Typing 3, where Mario forces to type up progressively more okay. Oh, whoa. I think I have Mario Teaches Typing 2, but it's a CD by that point. And there's also like Mario's Fun Essentials or something too, which was also a CD, but this is where his computer antics began, probably. Were things like Mario was missing also on computer? Or maybe not. But that's Mario Teaches Typing, everybody. Where can we put this one? Where can we put this one? Over here. we are getting down to the wire. We might have like 3 more things to look at. Hope you've all been enjoying all the things so far. Someday, I'll get this open here. Okay, the next items. The next items over here again. So, imagine this. It's a Friday night. School, work, whatever it may be. You know, it's done for the weekend. You head over to Blockbuster to rent your favorite game to take home and play for the rest of the weekend. But then you're in line and you see this, the official Blockbuster codebook, year 97. So, you know, buy some codes for the game you're about to play. Skip ahead, become invincible. An official Blockbuster Entertainment video game codebook from 1997 from Brady Games, but just like the Blockbuster branding is hilarious. Let's get up close on that one. And let's see what's kind of codes you could learn from Blockbuster back then. We got Earthworm Jim. We got Killer Instinct in the Jungle Book. We got Donkey Kong Country. Double Dragon 5. Darius Twin. I'm not seeing any Donkey Kong Country, despite the fact that there's like definitely secrets. Oh, wait, here. Look at here. Donkey Kong Country 2. Am I just like missing that page? Ah! Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. 100% complete. An exclamation point at the end of the level means you found all the secret stuff. Complete them all and you finish 101%. 50 lives. Music test, cheat modes. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hi, Boomer Bear. Code books were a hoot. They were. So yeah, like code books back in the day were so cool. You know, just kind of looking through, seeing what kind of games you might be able to use some codes on just for fun, like Sega Saturn. And then this one too. So that's 97. Here's 2K1, where the Blockbuster branding a little smaller in the corner now, but still exclusively at Blockbuster. And this one has a whole bunch of, you know, N64 games and stuff in it as well. This one's a really cool book. But yeah, so I just think it's so neat that Blockbuster had like branding on code books back in the day, because that's the thing. You know, you're standing at the supermarket now and they'll put magazines or whatever next to the cash register to try and get you to buy them while you're waiting in line. Well, this is Blockbuster's version of that. You know, buy a code book while you're waiting in line. Or at the very least, you know, you'll pick it up, kind of sift through it and say, oh, you know, I'll buy that. So especially this one, because it's so prominent. I think that's so cool. You had the Toys R Us one. Oh, I've never seen the Toys R Us one. Stumbled across some of that. Had fake codes in them, Boomer Bear. No way. No way. There's the Mario Game Gallery. Oh, yes. But yeah, that's those ones, everybody. I think that was number 28. No, that was maybe 27 on our list of stuff. All right. Hopefully Real is still here. The next item comes at request of Real, who wanted to see some 3DS stuff. So I think this is probably one of the coolest 3DS related things that I have. If the 3DS is known for one thing, very fitting music, so close for what we're about to look at. The 3DS had so many console variations, special editions, all that sort of stuff. The problem is, once you have like a 3DS, even if they release a really cool special one, you don't really need a second 3DS. And that's always been my problem. Like, oh my gosh, I love that design. You know, if only I hadn't bought it when I did, but you know, that's how it goes. So the only special 3DS I have is the Ocarina of Time one. Back in the old original model, this came in a bundle with Ocarina of Time 3D. And, you know, it's got a nice, sleek, black design with gold trim on it. Kind of like the Wii U Zelda edition, which is like black with gold trim. But yeah, so I don't really have many special 3DSs, because as cool as they are, you know, I never really collected them. But this one found its way into my collection, and I think it's pretty snazzy. So that's for Real, who again on the Discord server requested some 3DS content. There you go. I guess also in addition to the what's it called? The Link Between Worlds earlier too, that we looked at. One of the other 3DS, but the prices are so yeah. So I mean, again, I got this years ago. The prices now ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Does your 3DS collection look as big as Joe from GameStocks? Probably not. I think the 3DS is really cool, but like, I don't have too many 3DS games. This book can come back to find all the games, says Chance. Yes, yes. 30,002 subscribers. Again, thank you, everyone. It means so much that you're enjoying tonight. That's a sweet 3DS. Thank you. Ocarina of Time 3DS is what all wants. No, it's a cool version of 3DS. The thing I don't like about Ocarina of Time 3D is that they mirrored the second quest, or the Master Quest, right? I wasn't a fan of that. So if I play Master Quest, I play it on the GameCube. Where I was looking forward to playing through it on the 3DS, but it just bugged me that it was mirrored. Again, maybe it was one of those things that 15 years ago bugged me more than it would bug me today. But I don't know, that's just, I didn't think that was necessary. The 3DS was and still is the treasure of a console. 3DS is pretty darn rad. It really is. Though Joe's is small, says Hack and Quack. So maybe mine is bigger. Maybe my 3DS collection is bigger. For how small these things were after having the XL for so long. No, it's true. It's true. Wanna have a look at the XL? Here we go. Let's grab this guy and let's compare. So here's the XL. Here's the OG. Yeah, nice big chunky thing, but you know, there's something to appreciate about the compact consoles as well. As someone who still carries a Game Boy Advance SP sometimes when they're out and about, I appreciate how small and the form factor is. We'll bring back SpongeBob here to compare. Want to get close again? Oh, thank you so much! Look at that! Princess Infinity, thank you so much for subscribing. Here's your SP. Here's your 3DS original. Actually a little like shorter than the SP, which is pretty cool. And then you get the XL, which is like almost the same size as both of them combined. But yeah, that's, oh my gosh, I can't straighten these things out for the life of me today. That's Nintendo's handheld history right there for you all. But yeah, thanks again, Princess Infinity. 3DS was and still is, absolutely, absolutely. So, with that, I think we're moving on to the last two items. The next thing we're looking at, since this was a celebration, this was a wonderful evening. Thank you again, everyone. I figured it only made sense to have some party-related memorabilia. I might have shown this a little while back, but it's cool, and hopefully people still enjoy seeing it. Maybe not everyone saw it those times. A couple of Mario Party promotional items. We have a balloon used to promote Mario Party 8. And we have a standee used to promote Mario Party 5 with Waluigi on one side, Toad on the other, and Boo on the other. Three pretty random characters to advertise, Mario Party 5. But I'm here for it, man. Like, I think it's an awesome standee. I still often, to this day, have your red 3DS XL on me when on long trips. Nice. It's always cool when you hear people still get like street passes and stuff. Good times for sure. So I kind of always combine these two to create like one Mario Party display. Again, so this is from, like, what year did Mario Party 8 come out? 2008-ish? And it still has like a little bit of air in it from back then. Just kind of hanging out there. It was a little more inflated, when I got it way back then. Mario Party! I remember playing Mario Party DS a lot as a kid. It was super fun. Yeah, Mario Party DS was cool. I love the theming of like everyone being small. Can relate to that, with all the Minish Cap I've been playing lately. But there you go. There you go. So, that's Mario Party. These were the DS's. The last thing we're going to look at, everybody, I've saved a treat for you, depending on how you look at it. This could either be the most interesting thing to you, or, I don't know. Let me fix this camera here a little bit. I might need to tighten this guy. Seems to be a little more wobbly than usual. The last item is what is possibly the rarest item in my video game collection. I don't think I've talked about this item, though, for years, because it's so this next item is the rarest item in my collection, but it's not the Nintendo World Championships. It's not Pokemon Box. It is a PlayStation demo disc of a sports game. It's so silly. It's so silly. The story of this, let me get it for you all. Let me get it for you all. It is called Tubal for the PlayStation. It's of a game, a demo disc game that never came out, and apparently there's only like 5 known to exist. The story goes it was handed out at the 1998 NBA All-Star Game, but why there's so few of them and why no one really knows like the whole story behind it is still a mystery to this day. And I just happened to find one at a thrift store one day. So apparently a sports game demo disc is the rarest thing I own. But like nobody cares because it's a sports game demo disc. Interesting though, right? And that one's new to me. That title, Tubal. Uh-oh. Are we back to Christmas balls again, everyone? 30,003. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. The fact that demo disc for a canceled sports game is the rarest thing you own is awesome. And not only that, you know, within the plastic baggie of protectiveness here, it is actually still sealed. I don't know if you can tell that. You can probably see some of like the seam there, the plastic seam, thing that goes across the center. But yeah, again, the fact it's so mysterious, and it's just weird, right? But yeah, again, the fact that the game was never released is also kind of part of the allure. But just the fact that it's such an obscure thing, I don't know. It's so mysterious. But that's Tubal, everyone. And back when I found it, like, oh my gosh, it's starting to crisp. I guess that means it's time to start wrapping up the stream, everybody. It couldn't handle all the Tubal discussion. Let me just mute the music for you there. I don't know. The crispiness just wanted to stop by and say hello before we finished and wrap things up. But Tubal, interesting kind of thing. I'm happy to own, but like it's really random. It's really darn random. And yeah, that is 30 items plus a few bonuses from my collection to celebrate 30,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for that. We're at 30,003. I can't believe it, over 20 subscribers this stream. I hope that you all enjoyed that. Tubal is safe in its bag, says Chance. Exactly. Nothing can get to it. None of that air can get in there. And that was 30 Hack and Quack, and that was all 30. And it's a sealed one too. It's funny how it says not for resale, and you see so many of those things for sale still. Yeah, we looked at a few not for resale things earlier too. Like Donkey Kong Country, which is pretty cool. You've enjoyed this Boomer Bear. I'm so glad everyone enjoyed. You guys just make it so fun. I couldn't do this if not for all of you. Like imagine if you guys weren't interacting and talking and just being so all around amazing. What would I do? But you all make this so special. So thank you. Like this is nothing without all of you. So I feel like you can't really express it just by how much like by saying it, but you all mean a lot, and I really appreciate everything. So thank you so much. Thank you. 30,003 backwards is 30,003. One of those milestones you'll never see again until 40,004, if it even happens, which it might not. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for subscribing on Patreon again, Scott Linux, and of course to Fennec and to Christian for the, for the gifts. And we also had the Dave Baby with the super chat. And then even before that, we had I'm Literally System of a Down with the super chat. Thank you all. Thank you all. To everyone who subscribed, to everyone who even just watched and commented, I appreciate it so much. And I hope that you enjoyed the stream and hope you enjoy everything else coming up as well. I have a lot of cleaning to do. And so why did the music go weird? If I start playing again, are we going to get more crispy music? Like, what was it about 2 hours that suddenly made it start crisping? Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about the music. All the tech experts out there, if you know, feel free to let me know. Oh, 33,033, maybe, you never know. And your stream in this community are the highlight of your Saturdays and make for entertaining Tuesdays and Thursdays too. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Like, there's no better compliment you could have than that. Thank you so much. Everyone, like, you're all so amazing. You're all just the best community anyone could ask for, really. Like, no complaints, not one. Thank you all so much. But again, so happy everyone enjoyed it. Music crisp, part of a balanced press. It is. Boomer Bear, very, very good. But thanks, everyone. I think that's where we're going to wrap. But see you on Tuesday for more B3313. We're in the 30,000 zone now. That's crazy. 30,004. I can't believe it personally, but again, it's all thanks to you guys. And lots more to come. I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain because you guys have kept up yours, and hope you all enjoy it. Subs per hour, 12th chance. I like it. I like it. Oh my gosh, we have to be getting close to the end of B3313 now. It's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. Fanic, Hack and Quack and Chance, Boomer Bear, Matt, Mr. Guy, Miles Luigi, woo! And everyone. Hopefully I've thanked everyone. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you all on Tuesday. Bye for now. Woo!